Hi, let's do chapter 8. Okay. Chapter 8 is about the marketing planning, and it's about the section which is from opportunity to business plan. In this chapter, what we do is the fact that we will be talking about the marketing and marketing plan, which is going to be a big part of your business plan also. So in the industry analysis, which is this section is a completed period to preparing the marketing plan. The primary focus of the industry analysis is to provide the knowledge of the environment that can affect the market strategy. So the first thing we do in doing a business plan and doing the marketing plan, we do a market analysis or marketing strategy analysis. And the upside down pyramid approach to the industry analysis allows you, the entrepreneur, to understand the competitor's strength and weakness. We'll explain that shortly. Competitor analysis begin with documenting the current strategy of each primary competitors. So the first thing what you do with things that you look at your competition and you start documenting and doing a competition analysis, say the top 4 or type 5, and you do use their search engines, see their library database, what's their competitor social media, what they're doing. Once the strategy is summarized, identify the strength and the weakness of the competition. Why we want to do that? Because we want to, know where is their strength, where is the weakness, and work on their weakness and start, providing our edge on that. Now, all of this information is used to formulate the market strategy of the new venture. So, marketing strategy or marketing research for a new venture, when you're trying to do a new venture, you need to do some marketing research for it. The marketing research is all about gathering data to answer the following question. It's a clear question. Who will buy the product? What size of the potential market? How many people? What's the size of that I'm going to work on it? What's the most appropriate distribution, that's the distribution channels, and what price should be charged, and what is the most effective promotion? So we need to answer the price, promotion, product, and distribution. The entrepreneur may conduct the research or hire someone. So you can, you do your own research. Since you guys are a team, you can do your own research or hire someone to do that or gather this information from the internet. Now, defining the purpose and the objectives. The most effective way to begin the marketing planning is to make a list of information needed to prepare the marketing planning. So you write these list of information, and you need to really answer these questions. So you want to, the objective could include determining what people think of the product or service and if they would buy it. So they might think positively but not buy it, might think negatively and not buy it. So you need to determine what people think of the product or the service, and if they would buy it. Determine how much customer would be willing to pay for it. because you, after all, you're running a profitable business. Determine where the customer would prefer to purchase the product. So once again, or your service. So once again, we're talking about, again, price, promotion, place, and product. And determine where the customer would expect to hear about such a product, where you're going to promote it. Is it through the advertisement, it's through the YouTube, it's through the networking solution, or through pamphlet? How are you going to advertise that? Now, to do that, you need to gather the data. And the data comes from the secondary data and primary source data. The secondary data is data that's been already available, and you just collect them. You just fetch them. And industry and competitor information, you can get them from the industry and competitor information, like the trade magazine, newspapers, the internet, um, libraries, and the government agencies. So we spoke about different kind of the government agencies that you can collect these information. You also can collect this information from social media and competitors' website, or informal primary data. So these commercial data may be costly, so you want to go with somebody who offers a free data, and you collect this information. The free secondary data exists, like you can collect this information. On the other hand, the primary source data is the data that you are the collector for it, and you are the one who developed the questionnaires or observation, or you're the first person put a hand on that area. And new information is a primary data. So the observation is the simplest form. So you go to the mall and you start observing what the people are buying. If you are looking at certain stuff, or you go to the shopping, to the store, and find what kind of, for example, rice they collect, they buy. You can also interview or survey, do surveys, and there is lots of ways of doing surveys. I hope you're taking some in marketing research, or you will. The internet allow formal and informal information gathering. You can collect this information there also. You can also have a questionnaire sent to, certain people, ask them to answer this. Could be done through the internet, or could be mailed to them. And you can do it through focus group, where you collect people and start brainstorming or asking them a question, and they give you some answers. Now, analyzing and interpreting the data. After you collecting these data, the entrepreneur can enter the result on a computer or a hand tabulate the result, you know, and could summarize it there. Summarizing the answers to question may give you an initial understanding inside of the business, and that it can be tabulated to provide more focused result. So summarizing the information, it might give you some understanding, but tabulating is when you really give a really focused answers, like say at age, people at the segment of age 10 to 30 have a tendency of buying this product at this time of the year, something like that. So web-based survey tools can provide a data analysis also. So you can use the web-based service tools. And it's not the first thing you keep, continue fine tuning can provide more information, particularly on segment of the. So it is could be, you redo it and retest it and see it again and fine tune it until you get to the a result that you are happy and satisfied with it. Now, plan the references. Now, we said there is a marketing plan and there is a business plan. And part of the business plan, there would be a marketing plan within the entrepreneurship plan, the whole thing. So Main thing is the business plan, and part of it would be the marketing plan, which is the marketing plan will be focusing on marketing activities for 1 year or more. Varies by industry target, firm size, and scope. So which industry is different than other industries. The size of the market, the scope, all these things makes differences in your marketing plan. And integral or integrated to the business plan, but also stands alone. So you can utilize, the major part of a business plan is a marketing plan, as we said earlier, and it's integratable, but it also can stand alone and needs a short terms management, so that when you do a marketing plan, you know it's always there is influence, and you need to adjust your marketing plan after a while. And but on the other hand, on a business plan is a road map for entire organization over time. So if you notice, marketing plan is short for 1 year, but this is over time for the whole, time. It focus on marketing, but also has other facts. So in marketing plan, you can, it's part of business plan, but you can have it stand alone. And business plan is focused on marketing plan, but other facts like operational plan, financing plan, it has all these things and should be regularly updated to help the management stay focused. Now, understanding the marketing plan. The marketing plan establish how the entrepreneur will compete and operate in the marketplace. So it is very crucial. Anybody who will be investing in you needs to know how you operate and how you compete in this market. After establishing the marketing strategy, cost will be assigned to each strategy. So yeah, there is a marketing strategy you will build, and there is cost associated with it. In the marketing strategy, the marketing plan should answer three basic questions. Uh, where we have been, where do we want to go in the short term, and how to get there. So these are three answers. The strategic marketing strategic plan, which is tells you where you have been, where we want to go, and how to get there. The marketing plan also should be guide for implementing marketing decision, not a generalized superficial thing. So you cannot have, marketing plan just to have it on the side. It is has to be one of the guide things to guide you, because without a good marketing plan, you will not succeed in your business. You will probably, but that's what you call a lucky shot. But if you don't have a good marketing plan, and the market is a competitive, your chance of succeeding is very less. Now, characteristics of a marketing plan. Um, an effective marketing plan should provide a strategy to accomplish the mission, as we said in the first slide before, the slide before. Is based on fact and valid assumptions. It describes an organization to implement a plan, how they will be implementing the plan of marketing, provide for continuity. So there is a what if analysis, and it has to be simple, is simple and short, should be flexible. It's not a widget. So if there is a more demand, you need to do more marketing, options of how you're going to do the second plan, third plan. There should be a flexibility. Uh, and it can be monitored. The marketing system must be first understood. So how the marketing is happening in Canada is different than the marketing happening in India, than in Middle East, than in Europe. Be aware of the external and internal variable that may affect the marketing decision. Be aware of controllable and non-controllable that affect the marketing decision, the business decision. The marketing mix, as we said, include the product, the price, distribution, and promotion. You should come up with what's your product, what's the price level, what's the distribution, and what's your promotion to do that. After implementing the plan should provide a feedback plan effective. So you need to basically create what you call a benchmark. So a benchmark will show you whether this plan is having an effect and generating the target, or more or less. If it's more, what we're supposed to do. If it's less, what we're supposed to do. Now, to prepare a marketing plan, first you defining the business situation analysis reviews where the company has been and considers the facts, the factors define the environment and the industry analysis. So these are to define the business situation. Now, defining the target market, your market will be, what is the opportunity, what is the threat? And you saw the SWOT analysis, how it's done. There should be a good idea who the target market will be. You need to be a focus on the target market because you cannot be just open. And you need to segment market segmentation, which is the market into homogeneous group. And then it could be homogeneous in ethnics, in age, or in education background, or in a country background. These are the homogeneous groups. Then you to segment and target the customers. So here, what you're going to do, you need to really decide what general market or industry you wish to pursue, which one you will be targeting. Secondly, you need to divide the market based on customer characteristic, as we said, put them in a homogeneous group, or a buying situation. They could be not similar, but they have the buying situation. It could be a middle class, upper middle class, or a higher class or lower class. These are could be the buying situation. Select the segment or the segment to target. You always have to segment them and and pick some segments or one segment and target them. Develop a marketing plan integrating the parts of the marketing mix, which, as we said, you're gonna, with this segment, you're gonna have this price, this product, this or services, this promotion, and this location that I'm targeting this segment with it. Okay. So these are what you call the to segment and to target the customers. Now, you always need to look at the strength and weakness and of you and the competition. The entrepreneur must consider the strengths and weakness in the target market also. In the shuttle exam, the primary what about that? The primary strengths are there is no existent competition. A company could be has a support of a local schools or local universities or local government. These are things that you can look at, and it's usually based on excellent, match between them. Now, you need to establish the goals and the objectives in the marketing, not only on the business, in the marketing also. It could be different, very similar to them. The entrepreneur must establish the realistics and the specific marketing goals and objectives. Why we are emphasizing on marketing plan as part of your assignment? Because the main goal of your business plan, the main goal of your business plan, which is your business goal plan, is the main goal of your whole course of entrepreneurship, is to have a good marketing plan, to have a good business plan, and to have a good entrepreneurship action, and to succeed. So the entrepreneur must establish a realistic and specific marketing goals and objective. These answers the question, where do we want to go? Once again, it's more strategic. Goals should specify such things as market share, profit, sales. What's our sales level? What's the profit? Or what's the percentage of, what's our market share in that segment of the market? Not all the goals and objectively are quantifiable. I understand that. But you have to have some quantifiable because you want to build this the benchmark, such as a research customer attitude and improving packaging. These are not quantifiables, but there is number of sales, number of customers, a number of satisfied customers, a number of return people to do business with you. These are all quantifiables. Now, limit the number of goals to be between 6 to 8. Too many goals is very hard to monitor. So you want to see how many people is coming back. You want to see how many people is happy. So don't have too many goals. You just want to make sure that you really focus on few goals that is really has a direct effect on your business. Now, defining the marketing strategy and action program. Marketing strategy can and action decision answer the questions. How do we get there? How we want to get there? How do we get there? And reflect the variable and marketing mix. First, you need to see the product or the service. You need to describe the tangible and the intangible of characteristic. And you know, in the services, is one of the things that intangible, produce is intangible, but a car is a tangible product. Now you need to price. How are you going to price these things? A combination of total cost plus profit margin or markup price. Consider the three important elements: your cost, your markups, and your competition, because you cannot stay away from the competition. So you need to look at the prices of your competition. So you can see that per unit cost include your actual cost, overhead cost, and don't ignore these two parts. And then you have the profit as a profit margin or markup. The unique, some industry use a standard profit markup or use a desired profit. They always want to make 20% or 30% or 40% profit, or they want to do a markup of certain price. Now, a unique benefit allowed higher prices than the competitors. Um, if you have a product that's unique and you're targeting a niche market, you're allowed to have a higher prices. Otherwise, your prices should match everybody. Distribution, very important. You need to know how you're going to distribute it. Are you going to use different channels? Are you going to use a main channel, a big one? How are you going to distribute? So make market concentration and product attribute affect the channels of distribution of the channel decision. Who's your middleman? Whether you're going to have a middleman, and um, are you and manufacturer representative are an option. And then you talk about the promotion and inform the customer about the product, how you're going to inform them, what's the way of informing them. Now, we are talking about marketing strategy, and the marketing strategy is different when you do a B2C business to consumer or customer, or B2B is business to business. These are two different market. They look at different business differently, how to do to buy. Marketing strategy decision for a consumer product vary from the decision for a business to business product. Consumer product involves sales to household for personal consumption. Meanwhile, B2B marketing involves a more direct channel and distribution. Like promotion is more in a trade magazine, direct sales, and trade shows. Now, most of you people probably don't know what's Oracle, or maybe heard of SAP, and because these are a B2B businesses, but all of us knows Google and know Microsoft because they started as a B2C. So this is where, and Oracle is a very famous product, software product for organization because its focusing is B2B. But Microsoft was focusing in old days in B2C. So the marketing mix for both market is the same, but the technique and the strategy vary significantly. So all of them will have the price, promotion, place, and product, but the technique, how it's done, is differently. Budgeting the marketing strategy. You have to establish the budget because it's one of the biggest budget that you need to consider, especially in the beginning. First, consider a reasonable budget as a percentage of forecasted sales. We average 15, 12, or 15 to 20% for a startup. Next, provide a breakdown of marketing costs. Once you're targeting, say, I'm going to consume 20% of my sales, it's going to be going to the marketing, which is keep in mind, that's part of the cost will be. And then you need to do a breakup of the marketing cost. How much is going to be giving to the marketing person, how much you're going to put it on ads, how much you put the pamphlet, how much you're going to do it, pay for the, I don't know, Google to do ads. These are all, you do a breakdown of marketing costs. Finally, review each cost for effectiveness and allocate the portion of the market budget to each cost. See, the reason you break down these costs because you want to see the revenue that's coming from that segment of promotion of marketing. Is it worth it, or you need to allocate more or less, or just close that part and put the money that you're spending in this part somewhere else? This budgeting will be useful also in preparing the financial plan. So that's the also part of the financial plan. Also, you need to have it. Implementing and monitoring a marketing plan. The plan is meant to be a commitment to a specific strategy. So you don't build a business marketing plan and just put it on the side collecting dust. No, you build it because you want to follow it. A commitment to make the need adjustment is valuable. Once you build it, it's not a Bible, you can change, adjust it according to changing in your environment or realizing that there is issue shortage in your marketing plan. Someone should be assigned the responsibility of coordinating and implementing the plan. Um, it's important that somebody has to be in charge. My first 2 years, I was after the good part, I built a marketing plan for the product, and then I built the business plan, and then I went back and I was in charge of coordinating and implementing the marketing plan for higher education solutions. Um, then monitoring of the plan involves tracking a specific result. What is monitored depends on a specific goal and objectives. And the entrepreneur must be prepared for contingencies. Now, here where you most of us gonna go and target is the social media plan because it's something that really their price is less than regular marketing plan, and we can and under our hand, and we can really do our job there. Now, any strategy involved in the use of social media should be planned and considered part of any promotional effort. Keep in mind, it is an effort. So there is a cost adjusted to it, attached to it. So first, you need to identify the target market and determine what social media platform they prefer. So you need to really, once you segment your customers, you put them in a homogeneous, you need to see these customers where they would want and what social media are very active and listeners. And it's important not to just go for any social media. You need to do your research because these social media are built according to certain strategy targeting to certain people. So you need to target these people. Secondly, identify the social network relevant to your audience. Third, effective social media plans start with the company website. So you need a website no matter what before you do the social media plan. And because the whole goal is you need them to come to your website, and from your website probably buying your product. And in your website might be want to pay online or entice them to come to certain places to buy their product, your product. And then post information on a regular base and address a negative post immediately. You want to make sure anybody make a bad comment about your product, you just answer them, but not being a negative, answer them in a nice way. There is some on YouTube, few videos tells you how you respond to these bad negative posts. And assess and analyze the effectiveness of the plan. Most platforms have a reporting tool. So you need to dig in and see your reporting tools in each social media that you have. It's important to look at them when they are coming, when they're seeing your product, when they're liking your product, and from when are they then going to your website, on which page of your website is they getting off or they buying. So these are all things that you need to look at the social media plan. The pitfall of social media. Social media requires a cultivation of relationship which takes time. Most of the people goes and buy people. Google have this kind of a business that or soft people, um, few social medias like Facebook also have these things. You can go and purchase people and they click liking. Google's also have that, or they can put you on the top of when somebody do a research, but that doesn't mean that you can catch the business. It needs a work hard on it. It's slowly, it will be growing. You have two kind. You have these jumps, and you have what you call organic grow. So cultivations of relationship is kind of an organic grow. Avoid using old posts for promoting your brand. Eh, When I do this, what I do first of all, people comes in our site, they might leave their name, they might leave their email, and I'm not gonna go and start directly sending them information. What I did, I start giving them a general information. These general information improve my authority, my understanding, showing that I do understand what you're looking for. And then there where you can promote. So don't just promote, you just need to really establish this relationship, the authority level that you have. It's easy to avoid setting goals for the social media. You just keep posting every day one and without setting up goals. Short-term and long-term goals help you really to assess the plan effectiveness, whether this site is helpful, whether whole social media's networks is helpful, which one is more helpful, and you need to focus on a very few of them. So this is the end of the chapter.